Happy Foodie Friday, moms! Today I want to make something that I just started doing with my kids, and it's not new or anything, but I just started doing it because I teach my kids to be independent, so they can make their own cereal, their own oatmeal, their own yogurt parfaits in the morning. They could probably make their own milkshakes if they wanted to as well, but I do get a little nervous when they're cooking on the stove if I'm not awake yet, or if I'm not home, just like any mom, because I don't want my house to get burnt down. And so I'm like, how could I get them to cook something else in the microwave that's not just the cereal and the other things that they're normally eating, but they do like eggs. And so eggs in a cup, omelet in a cup. But in my case, I always use a mason jar. This one's dirty. I just used it. So I go with the bigger one because I eat volume. So all you need is eggs and everything you like to put in eggs. In my case, I put anything and everything in eggs. Any vegetable. If I like the vegetable, which I can't think of a vegetable I don't like, I will put it in the eggs. And I eat eggs 90% of the time in the morning, and putting them in here in the microwave only takes 2 to 3 minutes, and it's perfect for those mornings that you just don't have time to cook, but obviously you still have to eat. So let me show you what we do. If you have time, sometimes you don't have time to spray a little bit in the jar. I do like to do that just so that nothing sticks. But yeah, so I always add zucchini. I probably eat zucchini every day. And what I do for my kids is I'll cut up vegetables and I'll put them in sandwich bags, or sometimes little glass containers, but I usually do the sandwich bags because it takes up less space, and I'll put it in another container so they can pull those out. And all they have to do is put whatever vegetables they like. My kids are a lot more picky than me when it comes to certain things. They'll eat some things, but a lot of them don't like onions and peppers. My oldest doesn't like peppers. So I'll just add all of these veggies into the jar, and they can be cut up, they can be diced up smaller, they can be bigger. It's up to you because it's your food. So just put some of that in there. Actually, I'll put some more asparagus in there. And I have mushrooms. I'll just slice these up. And put those in there too. You can put some ham in there if you like ham. So we'll put some ham in there. And I probably don't even have room to add butternut squash. I was going to add that, but oh well, that's okay. So then you can either put eggs or egg whites. I'm going to go with egg whites because I like my calories spent in a certain way. Like, I would rather eat calories in peanut butter than I would in egg yolk. So I go ahead and add some egg whites, and I'm actually going to add a cup to the jar, cup of egg whites. If you're going to go with eggs, I normally would add 2 eggs, and I would add them first just so you can whisk them around a little bit first and get the yolk mixed up. And then I'll even add some spinach too. Sometimes I do have those vegetables that I'm like, I gotta eat this today or it's gonna be garbage, so just put it all together in one pile and eat it. So all I'm gonna do now is put this in the microwave for, I always start at 2 minutes and go from there. So I'm gonna put this in there for 2 minutes, just a minute. You always want to make sure you cover it with something because it will, doesn't explode, but you know, when you put something in the microwave and it kind of does explode or goes everywhere, it will definitely do that if you don't cover it. So make sure you do that. So yeah, I would just have all my vegetables cut up and put into sandwich baggies. And it keeps it fun and still lets my kids be, what am I trying to say? Keeps them being, can't remember the word I was trying to use. Oh, independent. Keeps them independent, and it's more for me, you guys. I just like to include my kids because that's how I'm going to be the ultimate role model for them, is they're going to watch what mom's eating, watch how mom does things, and I want them to be able to take the things that they're learning now as kids and be able to incorporate in their family when they're bigger, because my mom didn't do a lot of these things with me. She cooked, I don't even think she taught me how to cook macaroni and cheese. I remember the first time I made macaroni and cheese, it was crunchy, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So I definitely want my kids to know how to cook, for my boys and my girls to know how to cook and eat good and not be afraid to eat. It's almost done. 8 seconds. Hold on. Oh, okay, 2 minutes. It's not done yet. So I put it in for another minute, and I will show you guys a picture when it's done. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome Friday, and holy crap, you guys are throwing up some good numbers in your hip thrust, and that's awesome. I know when I was in my programs, I wasn't pushing myself like you guys are today, and so I can't imagine where you're going to be 2, 3, 4, 6 months down the road, because your progress right now from where you started doing your hip thrust is pretty incredible. So keep pushing and updating the challenge, and I'm excited to see where you're going to go from here. Talk to you soon.